Well, don't worry. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
edit.
Edit that
Yeah.
out. All right, good.
I'm gonna. Most of the stuff I'm filming isn't gonna go into the final cut.
Show it while you're talking.
So if anyone else has any questions, they can ask her too. Might give her some idea to
So we're not
what to
pretending
talk
these people
about.
aren't here.
Well,
How do you make it rain?
I don't know. I'm
you
still
show
trying to
me?
figure that part out.
okay. So tell me who you are. What's your name? And what do you do?
My name is Eileen Sturlock. I'm an immigration attorney, and I have my own practice in Portland, Oregon.
Okay. So why did you come on this delegation?
I came on this delegation because over the last several years I've had a lot of clients from Guatemala, mainly clients seeking asylum. And I wanted to know more about the country, what the conditions were like here, to be better able to help my clients there and to kind of understand the background of what's causing them to flee to the United States.
Is it hard for them to obtain asylum in the United States?
It has been challenging. The law has changed within the last couple of years to finally recognize gender-based violence as a valid ground for asylum. Before that, it was next to impossible, but things have improved over the last 2 years.
Yeah. And you said you worked in Florence at the detention center there. What was that like?
I worked for the Florence Project, which is based in Florence, but the detention center I worked out of was the Eloy Detention Center in Eloy, Arizona, which is like 45 minutes from Florence. It's also a tiny prison town with mainly federal, state, local prisons and immigration detention facility that holds about 1,500 people.
What were the conditions like there?
It's like working in a prison. It looks like a prison. It feels like a prison. It seems like a prison. The people who are detained there think it is a prison. It's not a prison, but it pretty much functions like a prison, and it's completely isolated. There's really not even anywhere to get lunch in the town of Eloy. And the immigration court there is really tough. People are having to go through immigration, deportation, and removal proceedings there. They're probably going to lose their case.
Yeah. And let's see. I was wondering if you know much about the state laws versus the federal laws and how those are being enforced in Arizona. Since my parents are from there, or they live there.
I haven't lived in Arizona
curious.
since 2012 or 2013. But immigration law is federal law, so immigration law is governed by federal law. But there's a really strong intersection between state law and federal law, where immigration. A lot of states like Arizona are kind of using state law to try and regulate immigration. They arrest people on really kind of flimsy charges. We kind of joke in the immigration profession that people are arrested for driving while Mexican, which is kind of a common offense that you see people pulled over for kind of dubious reasons, and then they do a check for immigration status. People are taken into ICE custody, detained, placed in removal proceedings, and then deported. And that's kind of where state law and federal law intersect.
And has your idea or your view on immigration changed at all since you've been working as an immigration attorney? And if so, how?
Not quite sure how to answer that question.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Is there anything you'd like to share about your experiences with the GHRC delegation?
It's been a really great experience to be here. I'm glad that I came on this delegation. I'm glad that they provided this opportunity to talk with people that I otherwise wouldn't have access to go to places I wouldn't have access to on my own. I definitely learned a lot by talking to the people that work here on the ground to better understand kind of what's happening in Guatemala now, and to have a better understanding about how U.S. policies affect life in Guatemala for the people that live here, and also for the people that come to the United States because they can't continue to live here.
Okay, good.